Let's join Scott Mills now in Malmo. He's preparing, of course, to host tonight's Eurovision semi-final coverage. Scott, I can imagine it is very exciting there. The atmosphere will be electric.
It's so good. Good morning from a very sunny Malmo, which was not the case yesterday, Lorraine. This is an exciting year, and I think that's because there's no one clear winner. I think it's wide open. Last year, pretty much everyone thought Lorraine would win for Sweden, or Kari. Remember the guy with the big green outfit from Finland? And it did end up being between those two. This year, I do think it's anyone's, and just from talking to people around Malmo and at the rehearsals last night, no one is quite sure who is going to win the contest. And for me, that makes it really exciting. And it's not happened for a few years. Obviously, as a commentator, I have to be completely impartial, but I can tell you some of the songs that you should watch out for tonight on the first semi-final with me and Rylan. We've got our boy, Ollie Alexander. He's going to be performing in full tonight, which hasn't happened before. You would normally only see the UK in the final. Right. But you'll see Ollie for the UK. Some people are saying it's the best staging ever for any country at Eurovision. It is mind-blowing. And Lorraine, it's quite naughty, let me warn you now.
Oh, good, I'm so glad.
Imagine Ollie's in a... Imagine it... that's what you wanted, right? Imagine he's in a boxing ring with some other boys and... but also they're in an apocalypse.
Right, OK. Well, that sounds very Eurovision. I think he's got a good chance. I don't think... You know that traditionally we don't do that well, although Sam nearly did it and probably should have won the year he was doing it. But I think Ollie's got a really good chance. As you say, there's no clear winner this year.
And listen, I think I'm really, as a commentator and a fan, I'm really bored of people saying, oh, the UK will never win, we never do well. Sam Ryder came second. Then last year we hosted it on behalf of Ukraine, and it was incredible. And this year, people are saying that this is like a performance you might see at the Grammys or at the EMAs. I mean, it's a good performance from Ollie, as you'll see tonight. It's world class. Moving on, Ireland is an interesting one. So they hold the record, tied with Sweden, actually, for winning the most times. In recent years, they won't mind me saying this, they've not been so lucky, often getting knocked out in the semi-finals, because a lot of countries have to compete in the semi-finals, and they might get out, but even before the final begins. So Ireland have done something very, very different. It's memorable, for sure. It's a goth, gremlin, goblin witch called Bambi Thug. Their song is called Doomsday Blue. I mean, it's definitely an acquired taste, but it is a bold move from Ireland. I think they needed to do something different, and they have, and it's really working for them. The buzz here is that is going to fly straight through to the final on Saturday. Rumour is, this gives you an idea of the performance, Bambi has brought a screaming coach with them to Sweden so they don't lose their voice in the rehearsals, suggesting that there is quite a lot of screaming in the show.
I understand what you're saying. Talk to me about Croatia. Is it called Baby Lasagna?
Croatia.
Yes.
Their act is a man called Marco, but he goes by the name Baby Lasagna. Now, Croatia as a nation, they don't really often care much about Eurovision, but this year, the whole country has got behind him and the song. Thousands of people doing flash mobs all over Croatia, all doing the dance to this song. It's one of the bookies' favourites. It's loud, it's aggressive, it's very memorable, and it's the story of a farm boy who is saying goodbye to his farm and moving to the big city. The song is called Rim Tim Taggy Dim. It's very catchy, and it should do very well.
Rim Tim Taggy Dim. Oh, it just gets better and better. It's fantastic, isn't it?
Does it?
Yes, it does. It absolutely does. And you and Rylan, of course, great double act. The two of you work together so well. So I'm looking forward to that. Just watching you two.
Yeah, so you can watch us the first semi-final, see who gets through to Saturday night. Will Ireland do it for the first time in years? Tonight, 8 p.m, Eurovision Song Contest semi-final from Malmo, BBC One and iPlayer.
Sounds great. Scott, thanks ever so much for coming in. It's just so good to talk to you. And good luck. Of course, I should say you're getting married and have you really got Sam Ryder singing at your wedding? How cool is that?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's pretty cool of him to do that.
It sounds good. It sounds good. Thank you so much. Great to talk to you. Looking forward to seeing that tonight. And we've actually got Ollie on the show tomorrow. He'll be exhausted. He's got loads and loads of promotion to do today. Then he's performing. Even though the UK go through automatically, they're one of the countries that do that because we pay all the money towards staging it, and that's why we get the free pass.